Hi, it's Kathy from Raven Vintage. Welcome back to my craft room. Come on in. I saved you a spot. And welcome to the Shoebox Stash. 15 days of easy ephemera. We're going to fill the shoebox with quick, beautiful pieces of ephemera and junk journal elements that we can add to our junk journals as we're making them quick and easy. So all of this stuff on the ready. So yesterday was day one. We did tags and we did 4 together, and this to me is going to be the most fun part of this series when we open the box every day and see how full it's getting. So okay, day one we did tags. It's not that full yet, but here we go. We did these 4 together yesterday, and then last night I told you I was going to make more to fill up my box. I'll show you what I made. This guy, this little fella, sweet mama and her baby, beautiful little girl here. So I ended up in total with 10 tags. I thought there was 9, but there were 2 of these white pieces were stuck together. Went in and added just the postage stamp, a little bit of the script here and there, just little bits. But yes, they're so cute. This one I just used strips. So this is where our scraps come in handy. The little strips of paper and fabric. One more thing I did, I just made a little quickie envelope. If you have one of these, or if you ever see it when you're out thrifting, grab that, because this is really handy for making small tags. And it's nice to have a bunch of these pre-done because we can use them very quickly in our journals. We can add some sort of ephemera to the front. Pretty. Those I would probably just add like in a small tuck spot if you had like a double pocket or something. So nice to have some of these on the ready as well. We're actually going to use a few of these today. I'm telling you, I'm just having fun. So now I have all these tags ready when I'm working on a journal, and I have different themes and colors, but you can see they're all kind of just a vintage vibe, and they all just go probably with anything I make. And into the box they go. And today is belly bands. How simple could belly bands be? Oh, I'm excited. I'm just really happy about this project, if you can't tell. Okay, scrap. If you want to go back to the video 1, if you didn't see it, I demonstrated what I'm using or keeping beside me for the next 15 days. These are from strips cut off from making the dividers. So this is the paper that's left over. So easy peasy doing stuff here. Just gonna grab some paper. Now my journals are typically 8.5 tall by 5.5 wide. So I am going to make a couple tall ones. Now they're not going to fit really well in the box, but they should be bendable. So I can probably put them in like this. And then I'm also going to do some short ones that would be like, here's a typical 8.5 by 5.5. I want some belly bands that are this size, and then smaller too, because we often have pages in our journal that are shorter, not like as we're doing our layering. So we're going to do a few things. So one thing I like to do is just wrap so that you get some nice rounded edges. The bands are so simple, and we can just prep these and do the background, embellish them later. But of course, I'm going to do the same thing. I'll make a few with you, and then I'll do some this evening and come back tomorrow and show you what I've made. Okay, so there's a couple fun things we can do with belly bands too. They don't need to just be a straight, simple belly band. We can make some hidden pockets, hidden writing spaces, a double belly band. But there, just a simple belly band. And I'm just going to, let's just leave that one as is. Let's ink it though. Very simple to add to my journal. And then, like I said, we can add some sort of embellishment to it. But this is a longer one, so I'm going to put it in my shoebox like this. So a bunch of new names I saw in the comments. So I should probably reintroduce myself. My name is Kathy. I have been making junk journals for about 6 years or so plus. But soon after making my journals, I started to design my own printables. Started making journals for other people. People found me on Facebook, word of mouth, and I've since had return customers from those initial first, kind of evolved from there. And then I started doing YouTube. I tried Patreon for a while, but I couldn't get the payment to work for my Canadian bank account. Have decided to not do memberships on YouTube or Patreon or anything else. Just kind of what I've decided to do. Not to say I won't have a club where I may have printables printed for you, that you get a monthly thing, that sort of thing, but not, I don't want to gatekeep any of the tutorials. Just made that decision a little while ago. What else can I tell you about me? I have a beautiful, I'm a dog mom. I have a beautiful American bully. She's part boxer, part American bulldog. Actually, this is really funny. Okay, something was brought to my attention by one of my friends here. Okay, so this is a double belly band. So simply making a belly band on top of a belly band. It's really nothing earth-shattering here, but very cute in your journals. Anyways, one of my viewers, one of my friends here on YouTube pointed out to me in a message that when she has the closed captioning on, occasionally it says, this looks better this way, right? It says snort. So I'm like, what? That's too funny. I don't think I snort. Maybe when I laugh sometimes, but I thought, well, I really don't. But she said she's seen it more than once. So I'm like, or I got the impression that she's seen it multiple times. So I got thinking about it, and then I very quickly realized what it is. It's my dog, Ruby. She, like right now, she's out on the couch. But apparently, when the closed captioning is picking up what the audio is picking up my dog snoring. So when you see snort, please don't be offended. It's not me. It's my dog. She's either snoring or snorting, or you know what dogs sound like when they're in a deep sleep. So that would be Ruby, not me, just so you know. Another cute type of belly band is what I'm just going to call a spill. So it's like these just spills on the desk, and then that is actually just going to look like it's a spill in your junk journal. And we're just going to glue those together, and that's going to be the belly band. This one in the middle. Yeah, like that. Okay, so it just looks like a spill. And that would become your belly band. So let's make that happen. Not even really picky about where or how or the angle or anything. Just like that maybe. That's another type of belly band. Yes, so just back to an introduction about me. I just really love junk journaling, and I quickly realized what a great community it is. I'm not a scrapbooker, I never was. I just really love pretty paper. I love thrifting and antiquing, so I love the old lace and all the things. So junk journaling, and I love being creative, but I just never really, craft ever really stuck. Like I would try something, give it up, like at the Cricut, this, you know, all the things that making signs, all of that. And nothing really stuck with me until junk journaling. And we're still going strong with junk journaling. I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, so one with hidden writing spots. So let's do one of those. So let's just take this one and fold it in half. This is just so simple. I really enjoy graphic arts too, and playing around with that. Now, I'm not formally trained on that, but I did start using Canva, and I have Photoshop and as well, but I just find Canva very user-friendly. I have the pro version, and that's where I create my printables, and that became my thing. I just started designing printables, and absolutely love doing that. So I have an Etsy shop with printables. I don't ship any, I do sell physical products, journals and such directly through videos or social media, that sort of thing. I don't have anything listed like a catalog or a store. So that's just, I don't want to commit to that because at this time. Oh, and then YouTube tutorials. So like I said, I started the Patreon thing, and then that didn't work out, so I dropped that. And then I started doing tutorials on YouTube. And then a year ago, September, I retired. As soon as I hit 55, I'm like, I'm out of here. And because I was starting to generate some income, so I knew as a recently divorced person that needed to supplement my income. I mean, your income in your household, you lose the second income. So when you're supporting yourself, you have to think of ways and means to, you know, not just make more money, but spend less money. So I retired at 55, and I say retired early because to receive a full pension, I would have had to work another 8 years. So my pension's a little bit small, but I was able to cut back on expenses and live simply, just myself and my dog. I was able to do that, supplement my income with my craft. It took me about a year after being retired, where now I have completely replaced my previous income from working full-time. This one's going to be a belly band with little hidden pocket tuck spots. Okay, well, maybe I'll go this way. That makes more sense. Okay, so approximately 2 inches. I'll trim it off if it doesn't work. I could measure, but we don't like doing that. And then go this way. Okay. So if you're interested in ways to make money with your craft for additional income, stick with me. If you know me, you know I don't ever ask people to subscribe. But if you are interested in making money from your craft, consider giving me a follow, because I will be talking more and more about that over the coming in 2026. Okay, so this is the belly band's going to lay down and glued here and here in the book. We can have a tuck spot on this side and a tuck spot on that side. So I did the 3 folds like this. So let's start with the first one. We're just going to glue the ends to create these tuck spots. So here and here. This side, same thing. Now this is already decorated, so I'm not going to decorate this one. Well, am I? I don't think so. Like this and this. Ooh. There. Actually, maybe I will. That is kind of cute right there, isn't it? Let's do that. I have to use some fabric in here some way. Okay, so you have your belly band at the back, so you can tuck something in behind. And then you have this tuck spot there, and this tuck spot on this side where you can add things into the belly band. They can be sticking out, but it's also still a belly band. So I'm going to do like an accordion. Tear that off. Then, so decide what's going to be your back. I think this will be the back where I did the tear. And we're going to just glue this little ledge on the back like this. And of course, when you glue your belly band in to your book, this you can glue across here. The other end. So just it would just be a simple tie in the middle. A bow would be better for your journal, so that so I can switch that out later, but just to give you I pull out one side, open it up, and then you have all this writing space on both sides for your journal. So isn't that great? Well, again, I'm going to continue on with my making more belly bands throughout the day. 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, or it'll be a nice evening craft to do. Can't wait to keep filling up this shoebox. And like I said, I think the most exciting part for me is going to be every day when we come back and we see how full the box is getting. I know, I'm a dork. I know, but I'm just so excited about it. I'm just excited about having, I don't know what's more exciting. The fact that I get to hang out with you guys for, 15 days, because that is also another purpose of doing this video, because of this time of year, just having someone to hang out with and keep me company. A little selfish on my part. just want to hang out with you guys. Done, and in the shoebox it goes. So I hope you're enjoying this series as much as I am. I'll see you tomorrow for day 3, and we are going to be doing just pockets. Simple basic stuff, but it's always great to have pockets that you can just grab and glue into your journals, right? All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. Take care. Bye.